So here I am, getting ready for my trip to Jerusalem, getting in the mood. Oh yes, very happy. If you knew how much I love going to Israel, you'd know how happy I am. Well, I thought I'd make a little humorous video showing you the many hats that I wear as a professor. Um, and so that you can understand how this trip will be a very interesting and in many ways varied trip as far as the kind of roles that I'll play and the different hats that I'll wear while I'm there. We're going to start off with first my scholarly hat. I'm wearing it. It's my bushy hair, a little out of place, of course. But along with my bushy hair and a little out of place, during the day when I walk around in Jerusalem, the minute I get on an airplane to go to Jerusalem, or to Israel, I should say, I put on a kippah. Many of you may call this a yarmulke. It's a prayer cap that we wear in synagogue. However, in Israel, if they're religious, especially in Jerusalem, everyone wears one. And so when I go to Israel, I wear one of these babies 24/7. Put it on there. It fits right in the ball spot. It's perfect, actually. Covers the ball spot. I purposely bought a size that would fit right in the ball spot. Now, I think that's pretty slick. Okay, and I have a little collection of these, all little colorful ones and hand knit ones and suede ones. I collect them. So this is the one I wear in my everyday travels around Jerusalem, going to Yad Vashem to do my research and so on. So this will be my scholarly, but with a religious overtone, look. Now, when I'm done doing my research, I'll take my hat off there, and I'll move into the Israeli Army mode. And this is my hat that I'll be wearing as a civilian soldier in the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, the fiercest army on the face of the earth. Not because I'm in it, but probably just because they are what they are. No thanks to me. So for 2 weeks, maybe 3, but most likely 2 weeks, I'll wear my Israeli Army hat and really be doing my volunteer work, whatever they need me to do. Now, in the evenings, of course, it gets hot, or sometimes during the day it gets hot, so even on the Army base, while I'm wearing my Army uniform, which I don't have with me, this will come off, and probably not wear that hat much. And still, I'm in a religious country, and I feel very religious and Jewish when I'm there, so I'll put on my Israeli Army kippah, okay? And of course I put it on this way so that anybody walking behind me can see. It says the Israeli Army. Now, isn't that cool? Okay. So now, this will be my hat during the day, even in the hot sun. I'll wear this on base in the evenings and so forth. Switch between this and the other kippah, I guess, or the Army hat if I have to wear it if it gets really hot. Now, at times in the evening or at the end of Sarel, when I want to show my appreciation for being a volunteer, I may take this off and put on my Sarel hat. Now, the Sarel hat is the hat that at the end of your volunteer stint, you always get a hat. It's worth 2 weeks of living in a barracks and eating Army food just to get a new hat every year. Now, I have another one of these in red, and it says Sarel in Hebrew. But I thought for this video, I would wear the blue one, blue being my favorite color over red. Red kind of like a girl's color, I think. And anyway, it says Sarel on it in English too, so this way you could read it. Now, when I'm done doing my volunteer work in the Army, and I'm not wearing my Sarel hat, of course I'll be wearing my kippah, but when I go exploring out in the God-forsaken wilderness of the Negev desert, the desert of Zin, and so forth, or even in the north in this time of year when it's ungodly hot up in the Golan Heights, but especially in the Negev desert where it reaches 120 degrees in the shade easily, then I have to put on my explorer's hat, which of course will protect me because it has a sun protection factor of whatever number they put on it. I have no idea. It just sounds good, I guess. Maybe it sells more hats. I have no idea. But this is my explorer hat, so when I'm out in the desert climbing the ancient ruins, walking in the footsteps of the sages and the people such as Moses and Aaron and Abraham, then I'll be wearing my desert explorer hat. And then, of course, on the way home, when I get on the airplane, I'll switch back, all the way back to, because I'll have a very melancholy religious feeling, I'll put back my serious religious kippah and keep that on until I get back to the United States. And so you can see I'm a man of many talents. I wear many hats in my role as a professor, as a Holocaust scholar, and hopefully you got a good sense of what I'll be doing over my time in Israel. And as I report to you, maybe if I decide to bring a few of the hats with me, I'll make the videos in the appropriate hat at the time. We'll see what my mood is in the evenings after a day of research and study and taking the bus back home with all the common people back to my room and so on. So with that, I'm going to sign off. And again, as I always say, my parting words and my opening words from now on shall be shalom, peace.